Hey everybody, AstartesGaming here, back with some more Fallout 4. I know it's been a while, but I've been pretty busy with holiday stuff, as you guys could probably imagine. So I was just trying to focus on the regular series that we've got going on. And so obviously Fallout 4 had to take a little bit of a back seat, but we are back now. And I am in Starlight Drive-In, as you can tell.
We've got to do
if
something
you-
to stop these raider attacks.
Excuse me. If you look around here, I've actually got the entire place walled off. For the most part, the wall is like 2 high. It goes 3 high over here because there's like a little ledge that they could hop over to get in. And it's only 1 high over here, but that's more than enough because this is the lowest portion of the ground. I left the chain link fence incorporated into the entrance, so this is all blocked off here, but you can still walk in through the fence here. And I'll probably set up some kind of like guard post in here. I'm still working out how I want to lay this out, but I started working on sort of like a I don't know what to call it really, but this is going to run pretty much the length of the wall. And there's several houses in here. By several I mean 3, at least for now. There will be more. So the first one is going to be the farmer's house. There's going to be a little farm right here. I've got some corn laid out. So it's, I mean, they're small little houses, but they're nice. We've got a double bed. And then on the opposite side, excuse me, McCready, we just finished his quest line and got his perk. So next episode I might be rolling with somebody different. This house isn't really furnished yet other than the bed. Oh wow, frame rate is not happy. But that is going to be, I mean, I've got like thousands of objects placed in here already, so I imagine that's why. That's going to be her house. And maybe, like, I don't know, we'll find another worker and make him her husband and have them both sleep in there. But she is the general goods trader. I've got a mod that lets you place, excuse me, I'm talking, place down cash registers instead of the little market stands. So I just laid one of these out here, cabinets and, you know, whatnot. And so we've got a little bit more realistic looking merchant. And I'll probably do another one down on this end. This is going to open back up. And then the final house, let me run over here, is up here. And I don't know what I want to do with this. I was thinking of making this area like a bar and putting, I don't know if I want to do the bar inside or outside. I was thinking about putting like a bar right here and then having lots of tables and chairs or stools in this area. I thought that would be kind of cool, but I don't know yet. And then this is like the actual living area, and it goes upstairs to here. Don't know what I want to put in here yet. I might throw the bed in here, I don't know. But there's several windows so you can actually see out here. So yeah, I was experimenting with the elevator mod. So those are elevators right there. I don't know what exactly I want to turn this into yet. I was just trying to hide the water pumps because they're kind of an eyesore. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this yet, but I do want to cover those up because they are kind of ugly. That much I do know. So anyways, now that we've had a little tour of Starlight Drive-In. By the way, I've got a bunch of foundations laid out here. I want to build a really large building in front of this, and maybe have like some kind of market square with more merchants. And then this thing is going to move. As I was saying, this is going to expand pretty much all the way down to that wall. And I'd like to do something similar on the other side, but we'll see if I have the patience for it. But yeah, anywho, we have stuff to do today. Namely, we need to advance the main quest. So I already set up Mila, which is something that they asked us to do last time. Basically, you just had to go to a rooftop and place something down. So next time we head back through the Railroads HQ, we'll talk to Tinker Tom. I haven't hit the dead drop yet. Haven't talked to Jack Cabot yet. We need to go to Virgil and see what to do next. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to risk jumping over there without power armor on, since all we really need to do is like step through the door and we'll be safe. But we might take some heavy rads before we get inside. I also need to reactivate the recruiting beacon here, because I've stopped them at 13 because that's all I could support at the time. Some of these other ones I haven't really bothered with, like this is still only the 2 people, and there's a small little shack that I built. And then ooh, we might roll with Nick Valentine next episode, because I'm almost done with his Eddie Winter quest. I only need that one holotape right there. So maybe we'll do some Nick Valentine stuff next episode. Whew. Well, I mean, it wasn't too bad, but we were taking like plus 10 rads there for a second. So let's see what Virgil's up to. I'm going to zoom in here so we can see him better.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
It's so funny how the game prioritizes graphics. Like, this rock right here looks like... Well, I mean, it doesn't look great, but it looks like, you know, HD. But his face looks like it could have been, like, in a game from the 90s.
Don't
Like,
you have work to be doing?
like, why does that look good, but his face that's closer to me and obviously, like, the target of that conversation looked like it was barely rendered? I don't know. I wish I could run this game on higher settings, but my computer just can't handle it, especially when I'm recording. Okay, guys, so we are going to talk to the Minutemen, since that's my primary faction. I'd like to finish the game with them. So, let's go talk to Preston. I have the,
You know what? Since we talked,
the Vault Tech rep
I'm
here.
feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary.
I know he's a level 4 merchant. I just don't know where I want to set him up yet, so he's not doing anything right now. But he will be eventually.
What do you need, General?
All you need to know is there's a machine that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter? They call it the molecular relay.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
I knew you would help us.
Yeah, I figured Sturgis would be the one building it. Where is he? Over here? There he is.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Do you think you can build this?
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Yeah.
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about. Could be a genius or totally insane. Guess we'll find out. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is going to take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Alright. Well, I don't know if I want to build it here, or at the castle, or maybe somewhere else.
Nothing I hate more than raider scumbags.
I mean, I could build it here.
Put a few down for me.
I don't know how big this is going to be, that's the issue. I feel like the castle might not have enough room. But you know what, let's try it. I'd rather build it there. Okay. Right, so I don't know where the best place to build this would be. I mean, like, maybe over here on the ground. Or... I think one of these... I don't know what to call them. Like the points on the... Because the... God, I can't, like, talk right now. The fort is like a 5-pointed star. And I think one of them does not have artillery in it. Although... I may have changed that. Well, I know the front one has my beacon in it. Okay, so it does have artillery, it's just not manned. Got it. Well, then we'll build it down here. So I'm thinking... This looks like the most open area right here. But I have a lot more materials here, so I think it's going to be a lot easier to build it here than at Sanctuary. How do we want to build this? Let's face it like so. Okay, so I have to go talk to him. It sucks. I probably should have just built it at Sanctuary. Now I've got to teleport back and forth. Oh well. I'll see you guys there. Okay. Looks like he's inside here. Oh, I can't get in that way. Is he just like hammering away at whatever he can find? Oh no, he's eating lunch with a cow. Well, Brahmin.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Sort of.
Yeah. ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Okay. Looks like he's gonna meet me there. And I will meet you guys there as well. Okay, so he's sitting here waiting for us. Let's see. We got 3 more parts. Looks like that snaps right on there. Hang on, we want it to be facing... Yeah, I guess that's fine.
2 a.m. here at Radio Freedom.
That's a little better.
I've just been notified of a kidnapping. Minutemen, please.
These settlers can't keep themselves safe for anything. It's like every time I turn around, somebody's kidnapped or something. Okay. What was that? Anywho, let's put that down right there. And I don't know where this needs to be. Let's see. I think that way is toward the center of the city, so let's throw it down like here. Actually, I mean, we could throw it up on the wall if we wanted to. Put it like right here. I'm gonna make it a little bit harder to wire everything together, but it's a more realistic spot to put it. Okay, now we need power. Did we get everything? I think we did. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got everything built. So let's throw down a generator. We'll do a big generator here. I'm not going to use these. These are kind of cheap. Could use one of these guys. Let's see, I'll throw it right next to this. And then I'll connect everything to that, if I can get it. Okay, well I need to talk to him then.
Let's trade some things.
No, I don't want to trade.
Gotta make sure we've got enough power.
Crop's been growing pretty good.
Yeah, but I can't power it up because you're using it. Yeah, it won't let me select it. Here, I'll use the console. So Sturgis, you're gonna go over here. And that should let me use it. Yeah, there we go. No, don't do that. And now I just need to wire that thing. Let's see. Whoop, wrong. Shoot, wrong tab. I'll throw a couple of these down. There. And then from there, we'll route it to like right here. That should be fine. Okay, you go up there. Shoot, is that going through the rocks or something? Or the bricks, I mean. There. That might be better. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've got another settlement under attack. That's producing 20 power. I don't know why that's saying it's not getting any. Yeah, it's already got power. Oh, right. It needs a lot more than 20. And maybe I'll cheat and use one of the little ones. Put one of these on there. Okay, now we got enough. Route that to this. Okay, there we go.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
I have some things to do first.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll keep tuning this baby. Although we won't know if it's gonna work until we actually try it.
Okay, I just want to... you know what, let's just do it right now.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Cool. Good old-fashioned science.
Ready when you are.
Build something crazy and see what happens. Alright. Here we go. Something's supposed to happen.
Okay. Hold
Okay.
real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay.
I don't believe that.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Wow, okay. I got a pretty decent amount of XP for that. Alright, well, something's up ahead here. That's the only door. Yep. I'm gonna get in first person just so we can navigate this a little bit better. Okay, is that a terminal? It is. What do we got going on in here? Can I loot any of this? Oh, I can. And there's adhesive. I always need adhesive. I'm currently trying to turn, what's it called? Sunshine Tidings Co-op. I'm trying to turn that into an adhesive farm. I'm basically building all the crops you need to make vegetable starch.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Fauna. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Let me do this first. Oh crap. I have a lot of holotapes. It's like network something, right? Network scanner, yeah. I should probably store those somewhere other than my inventory. Okay. So we're all set there. Oh, it gave me the tape back, right? Yeah, it did. Okay. Let's see. So this is... oh, there's the elevator. Any more loot? No, not really. Scissors and a folder. I think folders are worth like 1 gold. So... take the clipboard because you get a spring from it. And let's go ahead and hop inside. So this is our first foray into the Institute. We'll see how this goes.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
Really, an elevator that leads to another elevator?
You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Oh, is that him?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Ah, he was a synth.
But disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Well, he does look exactly like our character, but
Oh, come on! That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. kidnapped you wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Alex, I'm trying to record. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little interruption.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But What matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Your Institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? This railroad. Willing to sacrifice humans for the sake of synths. Think about that for a moment. Would you kill your fellow man to save a Nuka-Cola machine? They have completely disconnected from reality. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast as. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Right, so I don't know how I feel about these guys. They definitely seem like the ones who are out of touch with reality. I mean, they're creating these obviously like sentient beings, and they still see them as like just machines, even though they have thoughts and feelings of their own. And obviously that makes them like very cold people, and you can kind of tell in his reactions. He seems like he's been indoctrinated, or maybe not indoctrinated, but since he's grown up in this world, he definitely sees things the way they do, and I don't know that I agree. So we'll see what they've got going on here. We'll check stuff out, but I don't think we'll be siding with the Institute. I just don't see us being able to agree with what they're doing. So this is where we're going to end the episode. Next time around, I don't know if I'll show all the meetings with the department heads on camera or not, but next time around we'll probably advance the story a little bit more, and then maybe we'll go grab Nick Valentine. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please feel free to share my videos however you guys see fit, and I will see you guys back here for the next part of our Fallout 4 Let's Play.